Hi Sonu, thank you so much for speaking to us at the Forbes India Leadership Awards.
Thank you so much, Kunal. Thank you so much.
2020 was a tumultuous year because of the coronavirus pandemic. It not only wreaked havoc on the economy, but it also brought with it a humanitarian crisis as people lost their lives, their jobs, and livelihoods. But even in those challenging times, several heroes came to the fore, many known and several unknown. You became a mesiha for the migrants, for the poor and the downtrodden. You are moved by the sight of them walking thousands of kilometers back to their homes. Is that when you decided to lend a helping hand?
Yeah, Kunal, I think we all were really moved by all these people trying to get back to their homes. And I always believe that these were the ones who actually made our homes, made our offices, made our roads. So there was no way that we could let them go back to their families, again, put them back on roads without any transport, and they suffering and losing their lives with the little ones. So I think that was a crisis that everyone felt to work for. But I believe that, I was living on the roads during pandemic, serving food and just taking care of migrants. But when I saw them walking back to their homes and, for 10 days, 20 days, so I thought it's very important to give a shot and at least get some permissions ready so that I can send them by some kind of transport. And this is how the whole journey of sending them by bus started. Then we started operating flights. Then we started operating trains. So this was something which I was not trained. I was not equipped to do it. But I think the zeal and the love that I could see in their eyes when I was trying to help them. So I think that made me do all that, and I was always on my toes. And I think somewhere the wishes and prayers of all these families who were waiting for their loved ones to come back to their homes really worked, and I think that kept me going. And this is how the whole journey started.
When did you realize that the problem needed immediate intervention, and what gave you the strength to carry out this monumental task alone?
When I saw all these people, and like I said, I was on the roads. I was almost spending whole day with them, meeting them, serving food, and also the problem we could see from day one. They were helpless. They didn't have money to go. They didn't have any means to go back to their homes. They were clueless, and not only they. I think everyone sitting in a home they were all clueless what to do and how to help. And I knew that it's not about thinking how to help them, but we just need to come out of our comfort zones and give 100%. So that's how the whole journey began. I remember a very very close friend of mine, Niti Goyal. We used to distribute these food packets and ration kits across Mumbai, and I spoke to her. I said, let's make this happen, Niti. And this is how the whole journey of sending all these people back to their homes started. And it started with 350 people, sending them back to Karnataka. And in very next day, we started getting calls from all over. And then in 1 or 2 days, all the people who were stranded in different parts of the country, from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari, everyone got in touch with them, and we knew that this is going to be a tough battle, but yes, we have to win.
It was a time when the government was getting a lot of flack for not doing enough for migrants. The question on everyone's mind then was, how does Sonu Sood manage to do it alone?
I know the government must be doing their own bit. I'm sure they were doing their bit. But like I said, we always come in a situation we call sometimes in our lives when we feel that the leaders that we have chosen, a local leader in our building, in our society, in our areas. Okay, this is his job to do it, and we all sit laid back. But I think the pandemic taught us a lesson. You don't have to be an elected leader to do something right in life. You just have to put that first step forward. People will follow. You will set examples for others, and you can do the impossible. So I think that was the biggest lesson that I learned from this pandemic. That you can do anything in life. You just need to aim for that. And I'm glad that not only in India, but I was also instrumental in getting all these people back home from different parts of the countries like Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Georgia, Philippines, Russia. So almost 14,500 students were evacuated, medical students were evacuated from there. So all the listeners, I just want to say that it's something that you could have done, and you can do it. There's never an end to the needs that people have it, and the pandemic was the migrant movement was not about just sending them back to their homes, but creating jobs for them, creating healthcare system for them, and still we are learning, still we are doing that bit.
What was your experience of dealing with the disadvantaged? Did it open your eyes to a whole new world that you were probably oblivious to?
Uh, I think the whole experience was a great learning experience for me. I remember my mom used to say that if you're able to help a needy without the needy asking for any help, then you consider yourself successful. So life is all about giving back to the society. You don't have to earn a name, fame, money just for yourself. You don't need that much. If you can give back to the society, I think that's what your aim should be. And that stayed with me forever. My mom, who was a professor, taught kids all her life. My father, who was a shop merchant in Punjab, I used to have langar every week for the needy, poor people. So I believe that doesn't really matter which field you belong to. If you have an ambition, a zeal to help others, you can do that. So I think I enjoyed the whole journey, and I feel I'm a changed man now. And I always say that this is the best role that I played in my career, and I'm glad that I came to the city, Mumbai, years back, but never realized that I'm going to play my best role after so many years.
Yeah, and that is reflected in the kind of gratitude people have for you. People have opened shops in your name. They've named their babies after you. What does all this mean to you?
It makes you believe that you're doing something right in life. It makes me miss my parents more. I wish they were around to see what's happening around. I wish they were there to guide me. I wish they were there to um, tell me, yes, son, you're doing something right. So all the people have been naming their babies after my name, their shops, their businesses. So I think that I'm very humbled. I would say that I'm just thankful to all of them who believe that I've been instrumental in changing few lives, and I promise that I'll keep on doing that.
You also taken another role with the Pravasi Rozgar app where you intend to provide employment to these laborers, migrants, whoever's looking for work. What is the larger goal of this initiative?
No, we aim to connect with almost 10 crore people in next 5 years. It's going to be a different world. All these laborers who struggled all their lives, waiting for that one call where you can call them for 3 4 days. They'll do some kind of job work and they'll go. So life is not about them. We are making them digital. Where every single one will have a digital identity. If they travel abroad, they travel work in India, they travel in any part of the country, they'll have every single hour that they've spent on a digital thing that will upscale them, will take care of their healthcare system, their education for the kids, the way they're going to stay, their living, everything. So we're just trying to make it more organized. A blue collar worker has been always been a big sufferer, and they could never get the life that they deserve. So I think with Pravasi Rozgar, which is now good worker, we are trying to change those lives. We are trying to upscale their living, and hopefully we'll do and achieve our target soon.
Has this entire experience changed you as a person?
Yeah, the whole experience has changed me as an individual. I've grown as a human being, and I just want to thank God every single day. So thank you so much for choosing me to do this. And I promise Almighty that I'll keep on doing this good work and just keep guiding me. And I know still miles to go, but the journey is on.
And you said this is the best role that you played on or off screen.
Yes, of course. And I think Almighty was the director, and the word was the real location. And I hope that I played my role well.
And obviously, you're not stopping at this. I'm sure you have larger goals, larger plans to help society.
Of course, yes. This is just the beginning. Like I said, still miles to go, but the journey is on.
Right. Sonu, actors get a lot of flack for not doing enough for society, but you used your star power to make a difference. Thank you so much once again for speaking to us, and best wishes to you.
Thank you so much, Kunal. God bless you, and just keep the good work going on. Thank you so much.
Forbes India Leadership Awards 2020-21.